sat back a little bit at the start. They got one right on the power play. And then, they kept coming. We probably got a little too stretched out. And just, weren't as connected, when fives were on the ice as we were in the first.
And a little bit, Sam ties it up, forces overtime. You guys have to be feeling it right then and there. Just a little bit about the going to overtime.
Yeah, no, that was a big goal for us, and then very similar scenario. What happened to them in game 2? So, it's a tight series. It's in even series. There's momentum swings on both sides, and hold and play on both sides. So, I thought we got back to our game more in the third. Then we give up one, late, which is, not ideal, and then we tied up. And then thought in overtime we did some good things. We had some looks. Their goalie has made some great saves coming in. I mean, he's undefeated right now. So he, that was, he was made some big saves along with Bob. I mean, that save on the breakaway at the end of the third to even give us a chance to go in overtime. And both goalies were unreal tonight, and it was probably a good game.
What can you take from this one, Matthew, as you head back to Edmonton?
Yeah, take our first period, take our third period, and the beginning of overtime. I thought we did a lot of good things, and it's a best of 3. I don't really know. It's just with losing this one tonight, we got to go in there and win one eventually. So hopefully we can do it game 5.
So many close shots. I mean, you had the one go off Holmes' knee. Just so many. Is that just the way this series is? Aside from game 3, everything's been close.
Both goalies have been unreal. Obviously Pickard coming in tonight, and then Bobby throughout the whole series and all playoffs. He's been our backbone. He's made some unreal saves, and he gives us a chance every single night. So he's been incredible. I don't know. It's a good series. Special teams, both teams' power play seem to be clicking tonight, and it's you never want to. The result at the end sucks. It does, but. What are you going to do? The team that moves on from this and the team that recovers the fastest is going to have the bigger advantage on Saturday. So that's it.
Is it the harder to accept the second?
We're focused on ourselves. I felt we were a little bit slow. I think we were watching the play develop as opposed to playing on our toes, and that's obviously how they got back in the game.
How would you describe what it feels like to play in a series this tight with so many dramatic momentum swings?
Yeah, you kind of ride that wave. It's an emotional grind. That's part of it. That makes it so sweet when you win it. So, we're in another battle, and we wouldn't want it any other way. And now it's about recovering and going into it Edmonton and trying to do what we can to win a game 5 and bring it back here.
Matthew just said it's nice to be able to fly tomorrow, so you don't have to sit around for a couple of days and stew on it. And
absolutely. Yeah. No, like I said, it's all about recovering and. Having the most jump, when the puck drops again in a couple days.
You ever been in a series this close? I mean, 2 games tied in the final 20 seconds.
Yeah, been in a lot of close series.
Is this one tougher to swallow since you had a 3-0 lead?
A loss is a loss. It's what you take. There's a lot of that game that we liked, and there's a lot that. We can learn from. So it's how we adapt, how we come out, and how we do a better job with it.
What do you think you guys did wrong there? What happened in that second period?
Like I just said at the start, just a little bit too passive, watching the play develop a little bit too much.
What have you liked about the way your group has kind of responded to these types of losses over the years?
A lot of the success in postseason is how you handle your losses. They're going to happen, especially when you get down to the last 2 teams, you got two of the best teams going at it. So, you got to expect to lose at some point. Like I said, there's a lot we can learn from and come back stronger game 5.
Can you walk us through your goal, just again, last second, to be able to get you guys into overtime, give you guys a chance?
Yeah, just trying to create, with a man advantage and create something and find a loose puck around the net.
How much is Pickard versus Skinner, just as you come down on them?
I'm not sure. We're trying to create offense the same way, no matter who's in the net. So, doesn't really change.
How much has your team learned about how to deal with those situations, given what you guys went through in the final last year?
Quite a bit. The more times you go through it, the better. like I said, it's never going to be perfect this time of year. We've been here before. We've been through it. So, like I said, it's I'm still recovering for Game 5.
Is there a way you can describe your roller coaster, maybe of emotion, the tying goal, and a few minutes later it's the Oilers are getting it?
It's playoff hockey. I mean, you expect to have that roller coaster. It's what makes it so much better. When you win. So we're expecting a battle and looking forward to Game 5.
As a team, do you just reset now? It's a best of 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Sam, Corey Perry scored in Game 2. Yeah, they get a ton of emotion out of it, and then you guys win the game. You score late in this one, you get emotion out of it, then they win the game. What is it? Why doesn't that carry over? Like when you score late.
Why doesn't it carry
time-
over? I mean, it's this when you're talking at this time of year, it's bounces either way. I think if you look at Game 2, they could have had a number go in the net, and tonight we could have had a number go in the net. So, I don't think it's too hard to reset. And it's just the way the bounces go sometimes.
Thank you, Sam. Thanks very much.
Yeah, it was a good hockey game. We had a good start. They came back, so it was a tight game. It was good chances. The series comes down to best of 3, so I'm excited about that.
Is this what you guys expected from the series going in, just nonstop tight action?
Yeah, exactly. They are a good team, so we respect them, and we just it is what it is. We put that behind us and ready for next one.
Just to follow up, when you come off such a big win in the last game, you face a desperate team. Is this something you expected as far as the way they came out?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that they're not gonna give away. They're not gonna give up. So we knew that it's gonna be a hard game, and it was a hard game. So again, the series comes down to best of 3, and we're excited about that.
What did you see on the winning goal?
It doesn't matter at this point. It's we just again, it is what it is. We move on.
How much do you look forward to the opportunity to get right back out there? It's after one night off in Game 5, after a tough night tonight.
Yeah, again, it's going to be a good game again. So we're excited about challenge coming up, and just put this behind us and ready for the next one.
Did you like what you saw from the Panthers in overtime, even though Edmonton got the winner? It looked like your team was carrying play for the most part.
Yeah, I thought guys played our game. So it was again, it's a tight game. It could go any way. So it is what it is.
Thanks, Sergey. Thank you.
Paul, just another one of those games in the series, another tight one. Just what did you see from your team? You guys go up 3-0, and then what did you see from Edmonton that got them back in? Just how the roller coaster of everything unfolded after that.
Well, it was just a mirror of the first period. They got into a little penalty trouble there, and we took advantage of it. In the second period was just the opposite. I think we were +3 on the power play side early and -3 on the power play side in the second half, and then we came out and even tight games, right? Both teams had some chances there, cracked some bars, and had some chances that didn't go, and it's a bad break on the overtime winner. So 3 of the 4 games have gone to overtime, and I think that's probably the expectation of what we have going forward.
Front left.
When you have a game like this, the way it ends and everything, is it good to be on a flight tomorrow? I know it's a long flight, but you guys are flying out and playing again.
Better if we'd won it. But if you plan for 7 games, that means you're losing 3 of them. So you have to take that pain and eat it, use it, and come back.
Front right.
Yeah, Paul, this is probably not the greatest after a loss, greatest question, but I mean, even behind the bench, can you appreciate what we're all seeing in terms of just what type of series this is, in terms of drama and just epic play on both sides?
Yeah, you got I think we focus on sometimes the mistakes that get made by good players at times, and you miss some of the heart and soul and the intensity of it. It's so fast. Every board battle, everything can turn into something. So there's a tension because both teams can score. I mean, from my point of view, there's been phenomenal goaltending in this series. The numbers tell me I'm lying, but the final score says I'm lying. But the goaltending has been incredible because the game can break on slot pass to Sam Bennett, crack a bar. I mean, those are the ones that there's just everything is dangerous all the time. So there's a mental intensity, mental toughness. I think both teams show that the game's not going to be over till it is. You get 3 of 4 games in a final into overtime. You've got 2 really good, evenly matched teams.
Raise your hand if you have a question. Left side, third row.
With the dramatic momentum swings in this series, how would you describe what it's like emotionally as a coach taking in or in between periods? Like, how would you describe the emotions?
Oh, it's as good as this thing gets. This is the Christmas. This is the payoff. Yeah, you want to be a good pro, but Tuesday and on the road and on the West Coast in November, not as much as fun as you think. But this is where you get the payback. Like don't get me wrong, it's not light. I mean, you feel it coming for about a day and a half. You can feel the game coming, and you feel it all day, and it's exciting. But this is truly the juice that you live for. And it happens for the bench, it's like twice as fast as it is for you people sitting upstairs, especially in this building. I worked for Jim Rutherford for a long time, and press row so far up. We never played a good game in here. It was always so slow because they sit so far away from the ice. Man, we didn't skate. We go into New Jersey, and it'd be a dog of a game, but the press row was right by there. You go, oh, my God, that was fast. And I was like, no, that was terrible. But at ice level, the speed, the skill, the intensity of it is incredible.
Back of the room, standing up.
Paul, during this run you guys have been on, what have you liked about your team when you've been facing this situation, a tough loss like this? What have you learned about their ability to respond?
I think we have a real good handle on the depth of it, that you don't allow it to be too deep, right? We've had 2 overtime losses now that are painful, and we've enjoyed the 2 wins. So we're flat now. Best 2 out of 3. It's great for the fans. It truly, I felt this way about the series last year. I think it's great for the game. We got a Canadian team and a U.S.-based team. We've got all of some of the best players in the world for sure. Incredible depth on both teams, and then, like a schizophrenic mood swings on the bench. Like you're going and then you're not, and everybody's trying. So it's impressive to watch.
We'll take one more question. Right side, third row.
Paul, the second period, I think before they scored, they had a couple in alone on Bobrovsky as well. He makes a save on it.
Yeah.
Was it the penalty on Bennett and the goal, or was it something you could even see in the few minutes before that led you believe like this is an second?
No, when I say I never felt that, I mean, I understand that. You'll look at when you look at the analytics in between periods, all the spikes for both teams are on power plays. That's where all the action comes from. Then everybody flatlines almost straight across. We got a little bump there in overtime when Benny hit the crossbar. There was a couple of things that went in. Lundell got in alone, and then they've got a couple of small spikes in there, which are huge. You get a guy in alone, right? But almost everything that's happened kind of in terms of moving the bar from your analytics are almost all happening on the special teams. That's why they're so critical.
Thank you for your time, Paul.